Hey guys, Jeff Carver here again, and just giving you a quick update on my garden. It's been, let's see, about 9 or 10 days, maybe a little more, and still pretty hot outside. We've got a lot of stuff coming up. I want to give you kind of a quick overview of and a closer view, but also have some concerns, and maybe some of you who know about this stuff and know what issues I'm going to have can give me a heads up on some of this. I'm gonna basically, I'll start from this box and just go down and show you what I've got, and then I want to share with you this bell pepper plant that's really surprised me recently. So let's get to it. All right, so this here is a spinach sprout here. It's sprouted up. This is at day 11. I counted out the days and we're at day 11. This is the biggest one of the group thus far, so I wanted to show you that. You can get an idea of what you're looking at. You can see it kind of has little ears here. Those are the first leaves that sprout up, and then you can see these smaller leaves that are coming out. Those are the actual spinach leaves. You can see they're very familiar shape, and these will probably just I don't know, go away, or you probably can eat them at some point, but not much to them. But that's pretty much what your spinach should look like within a couple weeks of planting. So I've noticed here I've got about 6 or 7 that have come up out of maybe 24 or 5. So I'm still kind of concerned about the germination rate that I talked about in the first video, but it looks like they're doing okay. I may, if I don't see anything in the next week or so, or a couple of days, I may just go ahead and plant more, which is not a bad idea anyways, to stagger sort of your crops, so that you can stagger your harvest. Most people don't eat a bunch of spinach at once, but it is so it's good to sort of stagger, especially with lettuces and things like that, and carrots and whatnot, to be able to harvest at different times. Carrots are fine. You can harvest smaller carrots, and then the next week you'll have bigger carrots if you just harvest a portion of them. But with lettuce, it all seems to pretty much grow at the same rate, and you know, be real consistent. So let's move on to the romaine. So here's romaine lettuce sprout here, and this is after, again, 11 days. So real small. I mean, this one's actually kind of good size. You can see I'll kind of move it around. I got big hands, sausage fingers. So you can kind of determine the size of this based on that. But it's a good color. It's been real hot, so I was afraid of it wilting, and other lettuces as well. But this one's looking pretty good. So that's kind of what it should look like after a week and a half or so. So let's move on to the mixed lettuces. So here's a view of the lettuce. In the front there, you can see I have, it's like a chef's spicy mix, which is just a bunch of different sort of lettuces. And in the back, I have just a regular mix, just easy, like a spring mix type of salad. This first set in the front here came up really fast. Within 3 days, I had sprouts coming up and whatnot. So I was kind of surprised about that, but you know, it's going. It seems to be going really well. I'll give you a real quick close-up so you can see what the leaves look like and whatnot. So here's the chef's spicy mix. You can see the original leaves come up just sort of this rounded shape here, which is actually similar to the broccoli leaves, and I guess a lot of the lettuces that we get. But then you'll see these second leaves, they come out and they're real sort of jagged edge, and that's the kind of stuff you like to eat in your salad, good texture and all that. But I'm kind of wondering what it's going to taste like. It's supposed to be a little more strong and spicy than the normal mix, but these have really taken off. Yeah, so I'm thinking they're going to do well here. even despite the heat. So here's the regular chef's mix of lettuce and just a little sprout here again. You see it's got good color, a little bit on the light side, I think because of the heat. But this leaf here, you can tell it's got a red coloring to it, and you've seen those in your salads and whatnot. So it's just real tiny right now. Just a little update to see how it's going. So it looks pretty good. I'm excited. So here's your typical carrots. They just start off with looking like grass blades or whatever, little blades of grass, and just two little sprouts, two little wings coming up there, and looks like they're doing okay here. There is a lot of shade here, which concerns me, but I think these will be okay. A little bit more than my broccoli and cabbage is going to be, I think. So that's your typical carrots right there. Here are our red onions. And the funny thing about these is they sprout up, and you see it looks like a little loop coming in and going back out of the ground. But one side of that is connected to the roots and one is not. So it looks kind of funny now. And in fact, if I go ahead and just sort of manipulate that, you can see that's coming up, just sort of standing on its own. But we have most of these are coming up. I must have, 25 or 30 of them. Well, actually, if I look at it, more like 40 onions coming up, more than I need. I will be giving plenty of them away this year, but they are doing really well, even in this late afternoon shade here. So that's your typical red onion, or probably any other onion for that matter. So this is my main area of concern with all the shading and the lack of sunlight, direct sunlight over here. This is where my broccoli and my cabbage is planted. I'm not sure if it's going to work out this for these this year. I'm not too concerned. I do want them to do well, but if they don't, I'm not going to cry over it. So I'm just learning as I go with my yard and how it works, and maybe next year I'll figure something else out. So this is a typical broccoli plant here, looks like. Never grown it before, so I'm assuming. I don't think it's a weed. But you can see it comes up with the original leaves here, and then right in the middle, it's already starting to produce broccoli, or not really anything, but that's the beginning stage of the broccoli. So anyway, that's 10 days, 11 days here, and what it should typically look like. So I promised a quick look at this bell pepper plant. This plant, I don't know if I can maybe pop up a picture of a couple of the bell peppers I've got from this, but they've been 7, 8 inches tall and 4 inches wide, just humongous. And we got a real hot spell and they sort of tapered off, and now that it's a little bit cooler, and there's actually not necessarily cooler, but there's more shade. You can see I had this sort of makeshift shade cloth over this, but this thing is producing again. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we just took 2 off. 8 back here. Yeah, and then a few buds, a few more coming on. 8 more. I think this thing has already produced about a dozen bell peppers. So I plan on growing these again. In fact, I plan on growing about 5 or 6 of these things just to keep up with what I like to eat. So that's it for the bell pepper plant and the video. Thanks for watching. Again, if you got any suggestions, oh wait, forgot one thing. I'm going to show you my my snap peas that I forgot to start last week. So I had these a little crate. They're like cardboard or biodegradable sort of material here, donated to me and by my mother-in-law, and so I put peas in them. I just went ahead and went crazy. I put 50. I've got 50 of these things. Out of that 50 so far, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8 are coming up, and that's only about 5 days ago, maybe 6 days ago. I didn't start them right away. So less than a week, they're already coming up pretty good. And I plan on transplanting these to a place where there is sunlight up on the back, not the back wall, but the where the grapevines are going to eventually go, if you saw my first video. So anyway, just want to kind of show you those. So thanks for watching. I know I can be kind of just mundane about things, but I get excited about these small feats. And again, if you have any suggestions for me as far as the shade goes, besides I guess moving the plants, which I may do, I'm not sure, depends on how energetic I feel, but if you got any ideas, let me know, and I'll give you an update in a week or two. Thanks.